I got good loving for you, and I got nothing to prove. Give me permission to lose my head. Maybe the things I could do, yeah, you will learn something new. If only I could be who I am. And if you want it could be so easy, just let me be who I am. I got good loving for you, and I got nothing to prove. Give me permission to lose my head. I got good loving for you, and I got nothing to prove. Give me permission to lose my head. Maybe the things I could do, yeah, you will learn something new. If only I could be who I am. I got good loving for you, and I got nothing to prove. Give me permission to lose my head. Maybe the things I could do, yeah, you will learn something new. If only I could be who I am.
Right then, everybody, it is absolutely brilliant to be here and back again for the Friday race of the over 28s, and today it is round 5 for Azerbaijan, and we have a sprint race, then the main race after that. And the reason I've started just now is because we don't have qualifying or anything. I think we're straight into the sprint race here today, which is quite nice to see, which means it should probably end about the same time. But we have Turbos Now Jr. in the chat. Good to see you, mate, supporting your dad today. And obviously the man himself, Ash Barker, in the chat as well. But as we wait for the drivers, I think we have 5-minute break in this league. But I will take a really quick look. I've also got standings sorted out. Today we have formation lap at 8:50. Sounds good to me. And while we take a quick wait for that, I can show you the driver standings on screen. Never mind, they're not even there. Are the constructors there? No, they're not loading. What's going on with them? Oh, they are on the screen, but they're not on my screen. Yep, I will sort that and do that later for you because I can't see them. But never mind. But formation lap for the sprint race gets ahead at 20:50 GMT, which will be 10 to 9, and that will be pretty soon. To us now, confirming that he's in the chat. It is good to see you, mate. Ready to watch some clean racing, of course. Absolutely. I mean, this is definitely one of the cleanest leagues around. It really is. I said I will be here every week. You did, mate, and you've kept your word, which I'm glad to see. It's good to see you back and keeping me company as well. We've not got Yarla Boy in the stream today. It will just be me, but I will still obviously deliver the same standard as it normally would be here today. And it is 8:50, which means formation lap should be getting away pretty soon, as we will be sent to the grid in the next few moments' time. And The drivers here in Baku will make their way down towards the first corner and do a slow lap before the sprint race, which is 9 laps and then 27 laps of the Grand Prix. And here we go then. Sprint race about to commence, and it is therefore Kieran that'll line them up and be the guy ahead. Like I mentioned, 9 laps then of the sprint race. Kieran, the cat, the leg, your top 3. It is Kieran the cat on the front row, Leg and Sanders on the second, Rooster Roadkill third, Turbo Snail and Corrigan on the fourth, and then Giles and Braun, the 2 Red Bulls, on the 5th row here today. We have Ashley the chat obviously saying reverse grid from championship order, and that is what you see at the moment, obviously, with Ash at the back in Peninsula, Dan's Motorsport, Mezzinator, Charles, the quicker drivers at the back of the grid for this race. And you can see it's reverse championship grid order, not being horrible. The leg's already gone round on the formation lap, but brings himself back onto the track pretty soon here in Baku. But like I mentioned then, obviously no qualifying. We're going to get straight into it. Sprint race is now, and then the Grand Prix will be just after that. 9 laps, then 27 on the grid. So it should be about 36 laps of racing we've got here today in Baku, which will be lovely stuff to see. I'll tell you what, I do kind of like how they've skipped out qualifying, because it means we can just get straight into it with the racing action here today. This track is incredibly long as well, and something that is long about this track is the straight leading up to the main straight, and it is a very long run down to the first corner. Well, not long run down to the first corner, but you know what I mean. It's a very long straight. It also means that it should end soon, meaning get a connection back quicker on Play Warzone. Fair enough, mate. Well, how long would it take to do 9 laps then? I'm not too sure. But that's still in the Wi-Fi as per usual. No, it's all for a good cause, mate. It is. And Sanders disqualified. The drivers completing their formation lap now towards the painted grid spots here in Baku, and it will be Peninsula, the championship leader, to line up at the back of the grid behind Ash Barker in the Williams. The Haas to round off the back of the grid. And as we line up then to go racing here in Azerbaijan, the lights go to 5 then. 5 red lights here in Baku, and then it is lights out. And away we go. He held us quite long there. It's Kieran then off the line with a... Tell you what, not a bad start. Can he hold it into turn 1? Yes, he can. The 2 McLarens trying to fight down the inside there, but nothing comes out of that one. It's the cat with a lovely start as well. The leg. Sanders now being overtaken. Rooster trying to go around the outside. Can Rooster, the Ferrari, get the overtake on the Haas? No, he can't. The Haas stays ahead for now, but now the Ferrari is trying to fight back on the first lap of this Grand Prix. Gazelle Roadkill in the P7, gunning for that 6th position, dropping back. He's got the Aston Martin threading the needle. The Aston Martin of Corrigan trying down the inside of the Alpine. Can he get through? That is lovely if he can. No, he can't. And that's a McLaren into the wall already. That'll be a safety car. It is safety car. Safety car deployed. Down the Motorsport with a 5-second time penalty for a severe collision with Mezzinator, and safety car deployed on lap 1 out of 9 of the sprint race, ladies and gentlemen. Safety car in a sprint. And down the grid then, Corey and Braun. Apparently swapping positions there. But it is the first lap out of 9. Still nowhere near finishing it. And we have a safety car in this Grand Prix. Nope, Grand Prix. That's my fault. Sprint race. And Kieran, the man still leading. He didn't get a bad start from the leg. His teammate, I mean, I'll be honest with you, his teammate didn't have a great start because he's out of the race. The cat down in P18. And out of today's race, it is Schultz behind Braun. Corey Clover going past him just there. And as they head down the main straight now, they'll soon join up with the safety car. I think someone has tampered with my car. Oh, sorry for the safety car. Don't worry, mate. It's fine. I'll tell you what, it's not a bad thing at all because at least you're in the chat now and we can get a bit of conversation going. It's good to see you. How you doing? And now the second lap out of 9. This is going to drag on a little bit, I'll tell you that. It really is, but we should probably get racing this lap or the lap after that. Safety cars around here drag like crazy. And hopefully we can get it out of the way pretty soon because we want the racing. We didn't even get a full lap of it on the first lap of today's Grand Prix. Sprint race even? Blimey, I'll keep getting that wrong. But I'll check the YouTube, see if we've got anybody in there. We need to get sharing the stream, boys. If you've got any way you can share it, that'd be much appreciated. I've sent it into the Discord, and I've also sent it to my my Instagram. But hopefully we can get a few more people in there pretty soon. YouTube stream, yeah, mate. We got on YouTube as well, same time. I'll hang on a moment. Hang on a minute. Hold on, I've got some people be alright about. No worries, mate. I've just sent the link in as well to the chat, so if you wanted to go and check out the YouTube instead of the Twitch, no worries, because I'll be answering to both chats. So it does not matter which one you're in at all. All I'll say is the YouTube is a bit more delayed than the Twitch, but apart from that, you're all good. The long dreaded safety car here in Baku. Lap 3 out of 9. We're a third of the way into this sprint race already, and we've only had half a lap of racing. Hopefully no more safety cars, because it is a sprint. But we should get racing at the end of this lap, which is still a long way away, but we have a left-hander to the right-hander, and then we have the end of this first sector here in Baku. Turbo Snout, put it in my Discord server, which is very pretty active sometimes. No worries, mate. I'll tell you what, I'll put it in mine as well. Didn't think about that. That's my bad. Hang on. Lap 3 out of 9 then. Still, but we do head to the end of the second sector pretty soon, and then I can pretty much guarantee we'll get racing at the end of this lap, and hopefully I'm right, because I do want to get some racing action in. So let's see. As we head over the second sector line, we should find out pretty soon, and there we do. Go ahead and find it out. Safety car to come in the pit lane at the end of this lap, and now we see the safety car drive off into the distance. Get in the pit lane as quickly as possible. And Kieran now becomes the effective pace car of the whole grid, being able to decide how fast they all go and heading down the straight now, the very, very long straight. Dan's Motorsport at the back. Obviously the cat out of the session, so they'll be starting from P18 at the end, at the start of the Grand Prix. But Dan's Motorsport at the back with Peninsula, Jeffinault, Mezzinator made up to P13. Turbo Snail in P5 at the moment, not doing too bad, but we are racing now once again. It's the fourth lap out of 9 in Kieran with a lovely start. It's the leg and Sanders side by side into turn 1. The leg round the outside, then he going into the wall there, nearly going into the barriers, but it is Sanders that managed to get through. The Haas car gets the advantage out of that corner and up to P2. Rooster P3, the leg. Trying to get out the inside there. It's 3 abreast coming out of that corner. 4 abreast if you want to make it that. Rooster trying to go through. It's 3 abreast behind Corrigan. The leg, Turbo Snail, all having a scrap now into the few next corners coming up. The Aston Martin up ahead, but it's the Alpine going down the inside there. Who gets ahead of that one? As now it's all single file and Turbo Snail. 2 P4. Turbo came out ahead on that one. He's got Corrigan up ahead of that. Can Corrigan... Oh, no. Is that a VSC? Yep, my heart just dropped. It's a VSC. A big carnage at the back. Oh my god, I thought we had another safety car, but we do not. I think I've I think I jinxed it, you know, earlier on. Turbo. I think I jinxed it earlier, saying that it's really, really clean. Then it's just all of a sudden just started getting safety cars. It's alright. It's a VSC. It'll go away pretty soon. And Kieran, the man still leading. Then Sanders second. Corrigan up to third. And Turbo Snail is doing not a bad job so far in 4th position. Now we wait for this safety car, the virtual safety car, to go in and we can get racing once again. It's Kieran, Sanders, Corrigan, Turbo Snail, and we all get ready to go racing again. They pretty much are racing now. Look how fast they're going down here. But the VSC still lingering up above, and there's Peninsula's now out of the session. Well, okay, Peninsula straight into the barriers, and now Sanders tries down the inside of Kieran. I don't think that was right, but Kieran managed to get through past him again. Sanders has to brake and slow down for him. But the VSC still haunting everybody. When will it decide to go away and we can get fully racing again? I thought it was... Oh my god, it's a safety car again. Oh my days, it's a safety car. Because Rooster's out. I do not know where that came from, but I'll be honest with you, we have not had any laps of racing. But it is... we only have, 4 laps to go, so that means we will have probably 1 lap on the safety car and then it'll get racing again. Because you need a minimum of 2 or 3 laps, I think, for racing. Well, I wasn't expecting another safety car. I wasn't expecting 2 safety cars and a VSC in 9 laps. But it's what we've been given, and hopefully the main race is a lot more cleaner than this one. Turbo, do you fancy here in the chain for one time on the safety car? Alright, mate. Right. There we go. Right then, it is the 6th lap out of 9. Kieran, Sanders, Corrigan, Turbo Snail. Your top 4, the leg P5. Giles 6, Roadkill 7. It is Corey Clover in 8, Raw 9, Schultz in 10, Mesonator 11, Jeff in 12, Ash Barker 13, James Stewart in 14, and Dan's Motorsport rounding off the grid with Rooster, Peninsula and the Cat all out of the race. Safety car still deployed, but as we head over the second sector pretty soon, will it go in at the end of this lap? Let's take a look as they head over the second sector line. I'm hoping it does go in. That's a lovely camera angle, that was. And it does go in at the end of this very lap. I'm afraid Fleetwood Mac is going to have to go off, and we are going to prepare to go racing. Finally, hopefully, some racing laps. Safety car cannot come out past this point, so we will have 3 clear laps of racing to go in today's sprint race. No matter how many crashes or much carnage we may get in this sprint towards the end on the final 3 laps. Not even the chorus, at least we can watch some racing. Yeah, mate, we'll get it. Well, I'll put it back on later, maybe, if we see. What is going on with this game? Are we racing? Yes, we are. Thought safety car come out again. Kieran then, with a lovely start, but he's got Sanders behind him already. Giles and the leg having a bit of a battle. It's the leg trying to get through past the Red Bull here. He's pushing him down the inside, but can he try and put his car down the inside of there? The Williams sees a gap, and he takes it then. It is Roadkill putting his car on the outside of the leg, and can he get through past him? Yes, he can, and the Williams got that moved and adjusted brilliantly then on the 7th lap out of 9. Oh, the Mercedes bit iffy on the exit there. Opens it up for Sanders down the inside. The Haas sees the opportunity and he takes it. James is out of the session. What is going on then? James straight to the barriers, but like I said, no safety car can come out now. 3 laps to go, 2 laps to go now in today's Grand Prix. The back, I think, oh, more carnage. What is going on in Baku today? What is going on in Baku? Big, big damage then at the back of the grid. F1 Kieran, who was leading earlier on, is now at the back, and Corrigan inherits the lead of this Grand Prix. Turbo Snail in second. His son in the Twitch chat. Can he try and egg him on a bit? As we see Turbo now gunning for first position from Corrigan. It could be a Turbo Snail win here today then. Is that on the cards? It might well be, as he's now pushing the Aston Martin as we go over this second sector line pretty soon. Turbo pushing Corrigan then as they head onto the main straight now, and Turbo Snail wants this very badly. You can see the way he's driving that Alpine, but the car ahead is pulling away at the moment. Can Turbo try and use everything he's got to get past him? F1 Kieran's out of the race. Turbo pushing as hard as he can then to get up to Corrigan. They're going to turn 1, and it's Turbo that has to stay behind for now, but he's still very close to Corrigan. There's 2 laps to go. And this could be Turbo Snail's win if he pushes hard enough. Charles is out as well. What is going on, everybody? But now, as the Alpine edges closer to Corrigan, now he sees the opportunity around the outside. Turbo Snail, can he get through to take the lead in this Grand Prix? He gets hit on the backside. Now it's a drag race then between Turbo and Corrigan. Side by side, the Red Bull's getting a piece in this one as well. But for now, Turbo Snail leads the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. That is absolutely lovely. And Turbo is up and ahead and leading this sprint race even. Lovely, lovely stuff. Leading the sprint. 1 second gap to Corrigan, and now Giles is in on it. Now, nearly taking out Corrigan. This is everything that Turbo's wanted because the gap's now 2.5. If he can take two, if he can withstand, well, a bit more of this lap and one more, he's gone ahead and won the sprint race then here today. As Turbo heads round over the second sector now and towards the end of this lap, Giles 2.9 behind. It's looking like something from heaven then for Turbo Snail, because this is working brilliantly in his favour. 2.7 seconds the gap between him and Giles. Corey's now in third as Corrigan went round down to P9. And as we head over the start-finish straight, we head on to the 9th lap. Out of 9, Turbo goes quickest by 1 minute 47.4 for the Alpine car. And the gap's now 2.4. Giles is hunting Turbo down then towards the end of this lap, but has the Alpine got it in him then to try and stay ahead? Can he take the right lines? Can he not make any mistakes? Will it be a perfect lap for him towards the end? He's going to bring it home then with 2.4 seconds between him and Giles. This could be Turbo Snail's race win here today. Giles is behind him and hungry for this one as well. The Red Bull does want this very much, but as the gap now goes up to 2.7, it might just not be on the cards for Giles here today. But it's not over yet, because we still have about half of the track to complete. And the Alpine going through the castle section drives that brilliantly then to the right, then sweeping back to the left there, hits the apex. Now back out wide and up towards these few left-handers coming up. Turbo's now 2.2. Giles is gaining now. If it was a few more laps, he might have been able to get up to him, but I don't think he's got enough time, enough track to overtake him towards the end of this Grand Prix. 1.9. Giles is gunning down on him then, as they now pretty much head on to the start-finish straight. As his son watches from the chat, from the stream, Turbo Snail is living the life at the moment. 1.9 seconds between him and Giles. Giles couldn't do anything to deny the Snail then here today. It is the Alpine. Turbo Snail then across the line for the sprint race to take the win here in Azerbaijan then from Giles. From Corey Clover, then 3 abreast over the line. What a finish that was then. Ash Barker, the leg, Dan's Motorsport, then Braun and Mesonator. All the battles we've had, nearly across the line together again with them two. What the finishes they were. Sanders and Corrigan. Oh my God, that was a lovely, lovely finish. Despite all of the crashes we had earlier, all of the commotion, that ending makes up for it. Wow, wow, wow. Incredible. Right, everybody fit. And he said 3 abreast. Finishing results for the sprint race then. Here today, it is Turbo takes the win, then from Giles, then from Corey in the Ferrari in P3. Ash Barker 4, the leg P5. Dan's Motorsport in 6th, Braun in 7, Mesonator in 8, Jeff in 9, and Sanders to round off the top 10. So, ladies and gentlemen, we've had the sprint race. Next up is the Grand Prix.
I got good loving for you, and I got nothing to prove. Give me permission to lose my head. Maybe the things I could do, yeah, you will learn something new. And for me, I could be who I am. And if you want, it could be so easy. Just let me be who I am. I got good loving for you, and I got nothing to prove. Give me permission to lose my head. I got good loving for you, and I got nothing to prove. Give me permission to lose my head. Maybe the things I could do, yeah, you will learn something new. And for me, I can be who I am. I got loving for you, and I got nothing to prove. Give me permission to lose my head. Maybe the things I could do.
giving me. Step by step when you're moving in. When you come to the club and you're tuning in. Hold tight to your man, cause I'm moving in. 4 by 4 with you cruising in. Boy, you got me feeling good. Won't you come on, baby? Boy, you got me feeling good. You know I want you, baby. Step by step when you're moving in. When you come to the club and you're tuning in. Hold tight to your man, cause I'm moving in. 4 by 4 with you cruising in. Boy, you got me feeling good. Won't you come on, baby? Boy, you got me feeling good. You know I want you, baby. You know I want you, baby. You know I want you, baby. Boy, you got me feeling good. You know I want you, baby. You know I want you, baby. You know I want you, baby. Boy, you got me feeling good. You know I want you, baby. I blame you for all the hurt and all the pain, all the sunshine and the rain. This feeling that I know you're giving me, no lies, you're loving me, hugging me, touching me. Da, 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 da. You're giving me, you're giving me. Da, 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 da. You're giving me, you're giving me. Step by step when you're moving in. When you come to the club and you're tuning in. Hold tight to your man, cause I'm moving in. 4 by 4 with you cruising in. Boy, you got me feeling good. Won't you come on, baby? Boy, you got me feeling good. You know I want you, baby. You know I want you, baby. You know I want you, baby. Boy, you got me feeling good. You know I want you, baby. You know I want you, baby. You know I want you, baby. Boy, you got me feeling good. You know I want you, baby.
Acting real nice. If you see us on the floor, you'll be watching all night. We ain't here to hurt nobody. So give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. Wanna see you work your body. So give it to me, give it to me, give it to me.
When Timbo is in the party, everybody put up their hands. I get a half a mil for my feet, you get a couple grand. Never gon' see the day that I ain't got the upper hand. I'm respected from California, I ain't way down to Japan. I'm a real producer and you just a piano man. Your songs don't top the charts, I heard them, I'm not a fan.
Right, everybody, we just got word that the formation lap will commence at this time right now, so hopefully it'll be up on screen pretty soon. I didn't see that in the YouTube, Mr. HDO Watto in the house. Good to see you there, mate. I've only been checking the Twitch at the moment, so yeah, it's good to see you. And formation lap now ahead of us for Baku. 26 laps ahead of us. We've just had 9 for the sprint race, and I'm going to give it to you straight. It was probably the longest laps of my life because we had 2 safety cars and a VSC, but it's all good because now we're here for the race. Sunny, bright skies then here in Baku. Really, really nice weather, and the end of the sprint race was incredible. We saw 1-3 abreast. There was a few level pegging down into the line. That was brilliant. So hopefully we can get some stuff like that here for the race. The Grand Prix then here today. And because of the sprint win, Turbo will be the man to lead them away and start at the front for the main race. Exactly what he wants. So the front row is Giles, or Turbo Snow Giles. Second row, Corey Clover and Ash Barker. Third row, the leg in Dan's Motorsport. Fourth, Braun and Mesonator. And fifth is Jeffinaut and Sanders. Then it's Corrigan Gazelle, Schultz, Kieran, James, Rooster, Peninsula, and the Cat at the back. Obviously after DNFing from the sprint race first earlier on today. But now as we head down towards the start-finish straight, and for everybody to line up for the Grand Prix, which is just up next. Turbo Snail up ahead, weaving to get the heat into those tyres, and actually he's on the mediums. And there is one on the softs of Corey Clover. Also, the leg on softs. You've got Corrigan Gazelle on softs as well. And Peninsula also on the softs in today's race. As now finally getting ready to line up on the grid. Coming round to be the last driver to line up will be PRL the Cat in the shiny orange, well, bright orange I must say, McLaren. And as that car lines up on the grid, the Cat at the back. Second time then that we are going to get racing here today in Baku as we go up to 5 lights. It's Turbo Snell this time to lead them away. And it's lights out, and away we go. Turbo with a horrible start, really, because he was angled very, very much to the left. But has that helped out for him then? Yes, it is. He's still leading into turn 1 behind. Corey and Giles having a lovely, lovely battle at the moment, side by side. The Red Bull's got the inside line at the moment. Can the Red Bull try and get through? Pushing as hard as he can, but Giles can't get ahead so far, and Corey's just outdone it. Then the backside, what a crash that was. Corrigan into the wall. Is that a safety car? No, it's not a safety car. It's a VSC. Thank the Lord. And Turbo Snell, the man still leading then. From Corey Clover, Giles, Ash Barker. Thank God it's a VSC. Heart dropped. And big crash then with Corrigan at the back earlier on. Smashing straight into that wall on the right hand side, the left hand side even. And you can see the damage that is done. There's no wing on the front of that car at all. The Aston Martin left wingless at the back of the grid in P18. It was the Cat at the back. Then Corrigan made a bit of a mistake. And he's now right at the back of today's grid for the Grand Prix. But Turbo Snail, the man of all the glory then here today. As we get racing again, he's got Corey hunting him down, then Giles, then Ash Barker. Ash is quick, and also Dance Motorsport as well. He's just there on the scene. Turbo's got some very fast drivers that are going to be coming up on him soon, and hopefully he can try and stay ahead. But we've already got Corey Clover trying to overtake the Alpine. The Alpine using its ERS to try and stay ahead. How well will that help out for him then as he heads down the main straight behind as well simultaneously? We've got Ash Barker trying to overtake Giles. Now we've got 2 overtakes going on at the same time. Can Corey get past Turbo Snail? Gaining and gaining and gaining down into turn 1. Can Ash get through as well? Not just yet then, as we still wait for a move into turn 1 just there. And Turbo goes quickest out of everybody. Ooh, Corey and Turbo now. It's Corey taking the lead of the Grand Prix. Then Giles trying to get a piece on that down the inside as well. Will Turbo lose 2 positions in one corner? He might just well do. Giles is on a charge then, trying to overtake Corey at the same time. He's going to get both of them if Giles can try and do it. Down the inside, Turbo Snell takes advantage. Turbo takes the outside line, and it pays off for him then through there. And it's Turbo to take the lead of the Grand Prix once again from Giles, from Corey, then from Ash Barker. The same order as before, but Corey's dropped down to P3 now. And Giles is up to P2. Not really anything going on at the back, so we're still going to focus on the battling going on up ahead through the castle section. What a camera angle that is. And it is Turbo, Giles, Corey, Ash as they head pretty much down towards the end of the second sector fairly soon. And trying down the inside is Ash Barker. Ash trying to force the door open there. And behind Corrigan and F1 Kieran have a bit of a battle as well. That came out with Kieran going round, I think, into the barriers there. But they're all back on track and sorted out now as we head onto the main straight. And Ash really iffy on the backside there. And now still trying to chase down VSC once again, everybody. As I think something to do with Gazelle and Rooster. Rooster retires in the pit lane. Gazelle Roadkill went into the pits as well, but will not be retiring. I think they actually had damage, but still Turbo and Giles up ahead. Is Drew a regular in the chat? He's not been around for a little bit, but yeah, I would say he's a regular. But he's normally here quite a lot. Right then. That 4 out of 26, and Turris now the man still leading them from Ash Barker, who's got up to second position at the moment. Corey Clover in third, and Dan's Motorsport made his way up to fourth position at the moment. In the chat, we had Turbo Snail talking about Drew, saying he doesn't like what he just did. It's all right, mate. Don't worry about it. He's only joking. He's my good mate in real life, so I'd kind of take it quite lightly that. But it is a brilliant safety car, and Turbo. We've got another safety car here today, mate, which is not fun. But Peninsula is left. Peninsula's out of the session. Kieran's out. Rooster's out as well, and we've got 15 drivers left in today's race. This is the third safety car of tonight, and Turbo is still the man leading, who won the sprint race, and the Alpine's still up and ahead from Ash Barker, a very, very quick driver, which I would not want to see in my rear mirrors. And Corey in third, then Dan's Motorsport 4 with Giles 5, Mezzanator 6, Braun 7, Sanders 8, the Leg 9, Jeffinaut 10, Charles and James Stewart in 11 and 12, the Cat 13, Gazelle 14, and Corrigan in 15. We have Drew. Turbo, you just drive the car. I'm not the one driving. Oh, Drew, he's this is his son in the chat. It's Turbo Snail Jr. Pit stop starting to come in now. The Leg with a 5-second time penalty. Turbo Snail P6 and everyone in the pit lane at the moment. Damn, your dad's the goat. Corey in the pit lane. Sanders in the pit lane. Schultz, the Leg, Giles, all in the pit lane here today. And will the Cat go in as well? Probably. Gazelle may be in. Corrigan may be in as well. We do not know, but Corey's coming out. James stayed out. We'll have a look at pit stops actually. Whoa, nearly making contact there. Is that the Aston Martin? That's the Aston Martin. The AlphaTauri, I think, went round, and also the Alfa Romeo. But as we put up on the screen now, if I can find it, the stops. chat, mate. Yappy yapper, friggin' yapper. What do I mean? What have I, what have I been saying? Oh, I've had enough turbo. We're putting on the chains going back on, mate. Might help me practice now. Lap 6 out of 26 and 20 laps to go. And now Ash Barker is the man leading because Turbo Snail went into the pit lane and now down in 8th position then. Oh, I might just I've just accidentally pinned your comment, mate. Hang on. Oh no, I deleted it now. My bad, mate, I just deleted your comment. Wait. Never mind. Right then, we go on to the 7th lap pretty soon as we head through actually, not the 2nd lap, pretty soon. We head over the first sector, and Ash Barker obviously leading. So soon to go racing once again. It will be the 7th lap that we go racing on, and hopefully pretty soon, because I cannot be bothered for another lap around on the safety car. I want to get some racing action in. And ladies and gentlemen, the safety car in at the end of this lap. The chain will go off now. We'll get rid of the song. It is time to go racing again then. Here in Baku, this, I would say the 2nd time we got racing again, but it clearly hasn't been the 2nd time that we get racing once again then here in Azerbaijan. It is Ash Barker to lead them again, well, lead them away from Dan's Motorsport, then from Braun. Most of the quickest drivers all up at the top of the grid then here today. Started from the back and obviously in the sprint race made their way up and claimed their spot here today. Ash Barker has already made up a lot more positions than he started. And as we get the position changes up, James Stewart is up by 10, the most. With Ash Barker up by 3, Dan's up by 3, Dan's by 4, Braun 4. And the Jeffinaut with 5. But the safety car's in as we get racing once again. Ash Barker now down the straight. Ash with a lovely drive, and he's got half a tenth between him and Dan's Motorsport. Nothing to worry about for him at the moment, but trying down the inside is the Haas of Sanders on Corey. Is that on Corey Clover? Yes, it is on Corey Clover then. No, it's not. Corey Clover's behind. Turbo Snail, who was in and leading up ahead earlier on, is now making the moves up. He's just got past the Ferrari of Corey. Next up on his list to try and overtake is Sanders. Can he get through past him? Turbo Snail pushing as hard as he can, but the gap's 6 tenths and he can't get through past him just at this moment in time. Lap 7 out of 26. We are racing once again, and Ash up ahead and leading. He wins a lot of races, he does, and leading this Grand Prix here today. Could he go ahead and take the win here? Peninsula, Kieran, Rooster all out of the session. The cat then at the back of the grid, and nothing really is going on at the moment. Will we get stuff going on at the front later on? Maybe, as we head on to the next few straights pretty soon. Down below, Charles on the leg having a bit of a battle. I think they're swapping positions there, and Charles up to P10, the leg with a penalty as well here today. And you see the Alfa Romeo leaving a lot of tyre smoke up and ahead there as they go through the castle section. Dad went into the pits, right? Yeah, he pitted, mate. That's why he's down to 7, but he's got a few cars ahead of him. He's in 6 now because who's that just gone round? Sanders is round and into the wall. It's a VSC. Oh my days. When's this race going to end? When is this race going to end? A few more in the... oh, just clicked off it. A few more in the YouTube chat here today then. Chat, what's your favourite F1 track apart from Silverstone? Let me think. Probably... It's probably controversial. I quite like Abu Dhabi, to be fair. That sounds really... that probably is a very unpopular opinion, but I really do like Abu Dhabi. Love a good bit of Austria as well, but we were racing again. Sanders is out of the session. In the pit lane, I think. Mezzanator in the pit lane. Mezzanator on the softs now, on the 8th lap out of 26 in the race. Abu Dhabi's fire. Tell me about it, mate. It's a good race. I love it as a final race in the seasons. I love Hungary 100%. Yeah, I've got to agree, to be fair. Hungary's a very good lap. Very good race. Is there any moves going on behind then? Not really, to be fair. Action's kind of died down, I'll be honest with you, everybody. But Turbo Snare, let's
A license to love, insurance you hold. 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 A license
Right then, lap 10 out of 26. There is 16 laps to go in today's Grand Prix. So many laps to go. Imagine a Silverstone safety car after a C51G crash. Sweet Caroline. Oh god, it's going to be a very, very long race here today then. Lap 10 out of 26 and only heading over the, well, about halfway through the first sector here today. Drew says, Garrison dead? Not sure, mate. Probably. I've not heard of him for weeks. But hopefully he speaks to me pretty soon, because I did message him earlier, actually, to see if he wants to come on comms with me. But he said nothing because he hasn't replied. But safety car to come in finally at the end of this lap. And we can get racing pretty soon. Thank God. 16 laps of racing ahead of us. It is clear blue skies here in Baku. And Turbo Snail is the man, the Alpine, leading this pack again. From Corey again, actually. Now it's Schultz and Corrigan made his way up to P4. Ash finds himself in P5. The Cat finds himself in P6. Dan's Motorsport in 7. Braun in 8. Jeff in 9. James Stewart in 10. Gazelle in 11, Giles 12, the Leg 13, and Mezzanator at the back of the grid in 14. But as the safety car goes in and we get racing again, Turbo Snell's got the start mastered already then. Corey and Charles. As Charles breaks later around the outside in the Alfa Romeo, just gets the jump on him then up into P2 and gets that moved and undusted. Corey with a horrible X out of that corner, then breaks later to try and get down the inside and hits the wall there into the entry there. Corrigan now trying to push him into this corner. Corrigan on the inside of the Corey Clover. Can he get through past him? Yes, he can for now. Behind the Williams are going to try and get a piece on that one as well. But still, the battle continues with Corey and Corrigan. Corey on the outside now. The Ferrari needs to make sure he doesn't get pulled in a wall round here. And the Ferrari just pulls ahead and gets through past there. Now someone else is at Jeff and all. That'll be another safety car. Probably. Or is the Cat? Apparently the Cat's out as well. The Cat and Jeff and all both out of the race. But no safety car awarded after that one. 12 drivers in this Grand Prix remaining, and we're on lap 11 out of 26. Turbo still leading, but he's got Charles hunting him down then by 0.6 of a second. No, we reached the limit of safety cars. Oh, is that actually a thing? I did not know that. Yep, there's a limit. Oh yeah, I never do that, mate. As, like I mentioned, lap 11, Ash Barker is making the moves, I think, on Corrigan. Making the moves on Corrigan, and Corrigan drops down to P4. Ash Barker in P3 then. Schultz P2 and Turbo Snail in P1 still. Corrigan getting overtaken by many drivers here then, side by side. Dan's Motorsport and Corey Clover, these two going side by side. It's a drag race down the main straight then as Dan's Motorsport, the Alpine, going side by side with Corey. Corey with the inside line. What a camera angle that would have been there. And Corey to the inside, but he breaks a bit too early. And Dan's Motorsport, braver on them brakes up to P4, and next up to it on his list, trying to overtake Ash Barker. If he can go ahead and make a done. Oh, Dan's Motorsport, is he round? That was a horrible corner for him, and Corey manages to retake the P4 off of him. My oh my. I am glad we reached the limit of safety cars though, at least we can get some racing action now and no more of them stupid safety cars, which last ages around here. We can just get some racing action, simple racing action in this race. Then up ahead, Corey. Through that corner. Now pushing through Dan's Motorsport, trying to overtake the car of Corey Clover at the moment. Can Dan's go ahead and do that? He's got the Ferrari ahead of him. And he's gunning down for that position. It's lap 12 out of 26. Still many laps to go. We are an hour and 10 minutes into the stream. I started at 10 minutes before, which means we're an hour into commentary. Which definitely means this race has dragged on a lot longer than it should have because of the safety cars, but it's all good. It's all good indeed, and I think, was that a penalty? No, it wasn't. Fastest laps coming on the screen. Ash Barker quickest around the track at the moment, then Charles in second. And can Charles try and overtake Turbo? So now the man leading at the moment, Ash Barker, is gunning for them top spots. He's already in a top spot, but he would quite like the sound of second or first, and he's got Charles 1.5 seconds down the road. Can he go ahead and overtake him then in the next few laps' time? Fastest in the first sector for Ash Barker. He's going quick. He's going quick in today's race. And it's still Turbo leading. I love that camera angle. Turbo leading from Schultz, from Ash. Ash has gained up on the backside. Now nearly half a second. 4/10. The gap is getting smaller as he gains up behind. The Williams is gunning for that second position. Like I said, he loved the sound of a second place. And it's on the cards for him, especially if Charles is making mistakes like that. Can Ash try and pick up the pieces on the next few corners? Remember, we've got one of the longest straights in Formula 1 history coming up now, as Ash Barker is going to try his best to gain on Charles. The gap's 3/10. Now watch that time. Will it get bigger? Will it get smaller? I will keep you updated. For now, it's getting bigger because Mr. Ash Barker is, Charles is getting the slipstream from Turbo's now. Can Charles get the overtake done on Turbo? He can't do it into turn one. And we have a newcomer in the chat, Oliver James. It is good to see you, mate. Good to see you around here. And at the back, I think someone's gone into the pit lane. Corey Clover. Yes, they have. Corey into the pits on lap 14. Oh, Turbo with a horrible exit. Ash Barker gets one. Ash Barker gets the other. It's a horrible corner for him there, and Turbo retakes the lead of the Grand Prix for now, but lining himself up perfectly down the inside is Ash Barker. It helps him down the inside through there, but now Turbo's going to get the inside through there. And he gets overtaken then by the one and only Ash Barker, 17, who takes the lead of the Grand Prix then from Turbo, from Schultz in third then. Whoa, really iffy there, Schultz. Hitting the wall through there. Whoa, that was mental. When he goes into the barriers at the end, please don't bring a safety car out because of that, mate. Unless we aren't at the thing. Yes, we are at the limit. Because normally that would have been a safety car, but nope, we're going to continue on. Oh, is that somebody else? Corrigan in the castle section as well. I think, was it Corrigan? Is Kerrigan been out for 8? I'm not too sure. Actually, I've probably just made that up. As we're still racing. No more safety cars. Thank God. He did a stupid. I thought he did. Kerrigan is out obviously now. And down the straight. Oh, 3 of them now going through here. Mezzanator up ahead behind. Was that, who's that just dropped down behind? It was Braun, Dan's Motorsport, Mezzanator. All having a battle at the moment. Mezzanator comes out ahead at the moment. And lap 15 out of 26. We are over half race distance in this Grand Prix. Oh, through the castle section, Turbo Snail taking it lovely through there. And he's got Ash Barker, let me just say, 5.1 seconds ahead. This is going to easily turn into a Ash Barker domination. But sorry, we'd have to just see how this one pans out here today. As pretty soon they'll go on to the 16th lap, which will give us 10 laps to go in this Grand Prix. As now Ash Barker 6.1 seconds ahead of Turbo crosses the line and makes it 10 laps to go of this Grand Prix here in Baku. Think about it as this, it's about one more sprint race and a lap after that of racing to go, and then we are at the end finally after the long race that it has been here today in Baku. And Ash Barker leading by a lovely hefty lead there from Turbo and Mezzanator. Dan's Motorsport is gunning on the backside of Mezzanator, who'd love to make it an Alpine 2-3 at the end of this Grand Prix, but we'll see if he can go ahead and do that then with 10 laps to go. Braun is also on the backside of that one, his teammate down in P9 and P8 now as he opens up that position, then going through past Corey. Clover dropping him down to P9, but can Corey try and fight back down the inside? No, he cannot for now. We have lost a fair bit of drivers in today's race, 8 to be exact, but it is Baku. What do you really expect? Corey now trying to overtake Giles. What a move if he can get it done. He turns it down the inside, and Corey just gets past Giles there before the next left-hander. That is lovely stuff, and the Ferrari is back up and ahead of Giles up to P8 today. Everybody's scoring points here today, even if they finish wherever they finish, everyone's scoring points here today. But it is Mezzanator catching on Turbo. Hunting him down. Turbo Snail might be struggling a bit here because Mezzanator is rapid. And the way it's looking at the moment, it's looking a bit like Mezzanator might just be able to go ahead and get that overtake done on Turbo. As they make their way onto the main straight, this is where we'll see it all take place. One of the longest straights, and F1 history into the wall. Turbo Snail, a dramatic end then for his race into the wall. The Alpine is gone. After leading for so long, bottles it at the end there. It's Ash Barker still leading now by 10 seconds nearly. Mezzanator in second. Dan's Motorsport in third. Braun 4th. Gazelle 5th. The Leg 6th. Corey now in 7. Giles 8. And James Stewart in 9. 9 drives remaining. Turbo Snail absolutely bottles it at the end there, sadly. And is out of this Grand Prix here today. Oliver James, if you're over 29, okay, how are you? What's this, Drew? What happened? What do you mean, mate? Have you just come back or something? Yeah, if you've just come back, been a bit carnage, to be fair. Just a bit carnage. That's all I can say about it. But we have reached the limit with safety cars, and we're just going to race it till the end. Seven of you in the chat at the moment. It's good to see you all. Lap 18 out of 26 then, everybody. What a race this has been. It's been alright. There's been a few good overtakes, but we've had majority of it being safety cars. It's dragged on like crazy, but hopefully we can still get some good racing laps out of it by the end. We started with 18, we've landed up with 9, and that is still not the finishing result in finishing order. Lap 18 out of 26, so still 8 laps to go in this Grand Prix. But being an hour and 20 minutes into the stream, me and Turbo Snow Jr. said that it'd probably be finishing earlier than if we did qualifying as well. But that is landing up not being the case here today. We spoke too soon there, Jack. Yeah, we did, mate. Can I ask, for over 28s, why is it like 28? Because to me it just seems like a bit of a random number. Like, that's not a dig at all. I'm literally just wondering, like, I don't really know, where did it come from? Ash, the man's still leading then. Let me just tell you, 10.6 seconds is the gap. It was 30, but then dropped by 2 years to get more drivers into full the grid. Oh, fair enough, mate. Jack, you think we should have a younger age tier for TRR? Could do. But, focusing on the race, we are on lap 19 out of 26. Turned into be a bit of an Ash Barker, a bit of an Ash Barker domination at the moment. Ash Barker having a lovely race so far. Then it's Mezinator and Dan's Motorsport. These are probably one of the only... Actually, no, there's a few more close around the track. Jack heard that laugh there, mate. Shut up, Drew. Sending inappropriate things into my stream chat. Dan's Motorsport has got Mezinator up ahead, and he's 6/10 down the road. Can he go ahead and find an overtake? Can he try and get through? Dan's on the backside of Mezinator. And both of them into the pit lane. 6 laps to go, and Dan's nearly hits the backside of him, so you're not denying it. I am denying it, mate. Lap 20 out of 26. 6 to go, and Ash Barker, the gap's going to get even bigger between him and the second place. He's also on the hard compound tyres, so can go to the end of the race. We'll have to just see how that pans out for him then towards the end here today. Giles, quickest on track then, with the new softs on there. Ash Barker through the castle section with some lovely lines. Once again, the lovely camera angle there as well. And absolutely naff all going on at the moment. I'll tell you that. nothing going on at all. We're an hour and 25 into the stream and 6 laps to go of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Majority of it been safety cars, but it hasn't been so bad. We've still had a bit of racing and some decent overtakes. But on the topic of, well, it wasn't on topic, but tropic, as we're talking about where we are, obviously Azerbaijan, we can take a very brief look at next race, which will be Hungary on the 16th of February for round 6, which will be very, very fun to go to. Yeah, we're going to do that thing after. Yeah, I was going to message you after we finish this. Now 5 laps to go. And the leg and Mesonator in 2 and 3. Let me just tell you this. 26.2 seconds between Ash Barker and the leg. What a gap that is. Astonishing that at the moment. And Ash Barker. A bit of an Ash Barker domination we are witnessing at the moment. That came out of nowhere, didn't it? It really did. Because we had, obviously earlier on, Turbo Snail leading the Grand Prix. Holding it as much as he can with the firmest grasp possible, but it wasn't enough because he bottled it, and then Ash Barker came through, swooped through like an eagle and took that top position here today, and ever since he's been gaining and gaining on the opposition, and now the gap's got to 27.2 seconds. Mesonator in third then, and actually now finally getting a bit scrappy with the leg. Through the castle section we go, and he's got the McLaren up ahead. He can't make a move through there, but maybe as he switches back to the inside, he can try and get a better run out of him on this corner and now try and get through down the inside. It'll be lovely if he can. And to the left-hander he goes. He's got through and he's made the move up and past him then. Mesonator to P2. Ash Barker with all them seconds between him and the drivers behind him. He's in the pit lane. This is going to be a close call. Or will it be close? No, it won't. Nowhere near close. Everybody coming down the straight. Ash Barker had enough time to get a lovely pit stop in. He's put the softs on. How well has that worked out for him? He's still got 9.4 behind. Ash Barker with a domination drive then here today, and hopefully he can hold that towards the end because it's giving us something good to commentate on. But lap 22 out of 26, 4 laps to go. Finally, this race is ticking down till the end of it, and Mesonator's behind with the leg now going down the outside of Braun. Braun gets the overtake to P3. Lovely move, and the leg tried to fight back, but he can't do anything about it. Down the inside is Dan's Motorsport on the leg, and the leg is dropping back like crazy. Next, he might be overtaken by Roadkill at this rate. As Ash Barker makes his way up towards the line to finally now start the 23rd out of 26 laps in this Grand Prix. There'll be 3 laps to go after this one. 3 laps after the 26 that we will have here today in total. And these two still scrapping away. Dan's Motorsport and Braun will be an overtake. between these two maybe, as Braun is up and ahead through Dan's Motorsport. He got through past the leg a minute ago, and so did Braun. But Dan's Motorsport, the owner of this league, of course, is trying to get an overtake past that Red Bull racing car in front of him. Trying to get it out his way. Drew in the chat sending some absolutely lovely messages. As we sit here trying to give you a good race, because hopefully we get an overtake between these two. Ash Barker goes quickest again. It's an Ash domination still. But Dan's Motorsport is gaining on Braun now, and the Red Bull is going to be shivering at his boots now because Dan's Motorsport is hunting him down. Has he got the speed then to overtake him? Finally, he can try and get it. He's going to send it to the outside line, but he has to stay back and conserve. He's a bit better on the brakes there around the outside, but the Alpine can't do anything about it. It's still side by side with the Red Bull and the Alpine, but Braun is quicker out of there, and Braun manages to get his car just up and ahead past him out of them 3 corners. Oh, Dan's making contact, sending Braun into the off section there, and so Dan's Motorsport goes off as well. Mezzanator will manage to get his lead even further up and ahead down the road, but that's going to bring up these guys, Gazelle Roadkill now as well, into the mix with the drivers, and the leg is back on the back side of Dan's Motorsport. As we now watch oh no, we're not watching Dan's Motorsport, we're watching Ash Barker. He's had a lovely race so far, he really has. Took away that race lead from Mr. Turbo Snell earlier on, and now ever since he's been leading. 11.3 is the gap, as he now crosses the line to start the penultimate lap of this Grand Prix in that Williams car. Literally nothing going on at the moment. Absolutely nothing. And that's probably because we've got 9 drivers left. So everybody here today scoring points. Majority of the grid are out in this Grand Prix, which is understandable with Baku, but it's not really too great either. But as Ash Barker makes his way on towards the start-finish straight to conclude the penultimate lap of the Grand Prix. And as that Williams heads up towards the start-finish straight line, he will start the final lap of today's Grand Prix. Ash Barker, 12 seconds, 11.9 now between him and Mezzanator. Mezzanator in second then, following him over the line now pretty soon for him to start the penultimate lap as well. Nothing really much else going on around the track, is there? So we're going to stay with Ash Barker for probably majority of this final lap here in Baku. We had a sprint race earlier on, obviously missed out qualifying, which which me and Turbo Snell thought would make the race a bit shorter, but it clearly didn't. Jack, I can say as the winner of today is Ash. Oh, cheers for that prediction, mate. I'll tell you something, there are no penalties in today's race, so I'm sure they'll take that. Somebody's round at turn 1. And it's roadkill. As Ash Barker makes his way through the castle section here in Baku, and in this second sector, of course. Bit iffy on the exit there, but all he's got to do is bring it home in that Williams, and he's took the win for the Grand Prix. The winner of the sprint, Turbo Snail, who then went on to lead a lot of the Grand Prix, then Ash Barker, came out of nowhere and took that away from him then as he goes over the second sector now. He's into the final third of this lap. Here's Free, and Free to grasp this race win as hard as he can, as he's foot to the floor now. Foot to the floor in that Williams as he heads down now towards the line here in Baku. We know he's done it. We all know he's done it then. 12 seconds between him and Mezzanator as the Williams across the line. It's Ash Barker then to take all victory and glory here today then in Baku. It's Mezzanator in second as he crosses the line 12 seconds down the road. Then Dan's Motorsport. He will cross the line 19 seconds between him and Mezzanator. The gaps are quite big around here. But at the end of that, it's Ash, Mezzanator, Dan's Motorsport, The Leg, Braun, Corey Clover, Giles, James Stewart, and Gazelle Roadkill. Smashes that car up across the line. And that will conclude your Grand Prix and your evening. Next up, podium celebrations. Right then, everybody, finish results then for the race today. Ash Barker in the Williams takes the win by 12 seconds from Mezzanator in third. Dan's Motorsport to round off the top 3, and as Turbo Snow Jr. points out, it is an all-British top 3 here today. Lovely, lovely stuff, everybody. It is the leg 4, Braun 5, Corey Clover 6, Giles 7, James Stewart 8, Gazelle Roadkill 9, and Turbo Snail, who actually retired, actually, so it's Gazelle at the back of the grid here today. Very entertaining as always. Great comms as well, Jack. Cheers for the comms, mate. Yeah, and I'll see you maybe throughout the week or next week, mate. Next week on Friday again. It's good to see you. Thank you for being around, and also thank you everybody else for being here today, and I will see you all next week.
I got good loving for you,